Want to be featured on the Rock Metal Podcast just like all the other great bands you've heard up to this point? Go ahead and hit me up, therockmetalpodcast@gmail.com. Let me know. Let's work out the deets. The Rock Metal Podcast, episode 46 with Slick Helvetica. Rock Metal Nation, I've got on the line today Slick Helvetica, a blistering high-energy melodic metal band from Philly, PA. I'm super stoked to have them on. Today I'm joined by a member of Slick Helvetica, Mike. Mike, welcome to the show.
Thanks, John. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Mike, why don't you tell Rock Metal Nation a bit about yourself, maybe what inspired you to get into music?
Energy. Energy is a transfer of energy. Messages. It's in my heart. It's in my soul, and it moves me. So I want to see if that connects with other people, and if it moves other people the way it moves me, I want to bring that to the table, share it.
Yeah, no, I like that. Now, with that kind of philosophy, I imagine you met a great group of guys, so I'm curious, what's the story behind how the current lineup, how you guys met each other?
Oh, my gosh. Well, it's huge history because this lineup started in the 80s when, Motley Crue-ish, Dokken-ish bands were kind of the scene and that whole new wave of British heavy metal. So I've been the primary writer, singer, so I've always had lots of different members. And we did it for probably 15, 20 years straight. So being that we were really that genre came and went. And we had a couple indie deals, but we were kind of shunned by the record industry once that style of music went away. And we decided to hide for a while, claimed a new name, and came back maybe 2006 with a different group of people. And my current lineup right now is actually a fella was playing bass for me that was in that scene with the band Greg Howell, who was big on the scene. Greg Howell became session guitar player for Michael Jackson, lots of other things. But he was playing the same circuit we were. My drummer had been playing the same circuit that we were playing back in the 80s to the 90s. So they're all kind of veterans of my local area that like this kind of music and want to still rock, and they're not afraid to.
You mentioned there's a name change in 2006, so I'm curious, what inspired both the name change and what inspired the name that now exists?
Okay. The original name was Destroyer, and my gosh, plenty of Destroyers out there band-wise, but we did trademark the name. We got very far. We got through the industry. We got looked at by some major labels. When grunge really came in and swept all the record labels and all the media and everything, and the whole genre was gone, we more or less abandoned that name because we got no's from all the record labels. They all said no, no, no. So why keep soliciting under the same name? So when we came out in 2006, when it started to become an environment to do this again, came up with a new name. Slick Helvetica was kind of a play on words. There is a history to the whole Helvetic region and the warrior side of things. And Slick Helvetica was the choice. It kind of means slick play on words as well. So a lot of cool background if you want to dig in, if anybody wants to dig into the research, go, what the heck does this mean, Yeah,
no, very cool stuff. And, you mentioned that you've kind of been the constant through the storm over the years. So I'm curious, when you guys get together to write songs, what's that process like?
That process has been, I come in and have most of the songs written, almost like orchestrated arrangements and things like that. And kind of hand it out, and they more or less play it. So interesting is it has never been a democracy, but I have some new members. So when we go back to the table, there certainly is a possibility that we may do things a little bit differently.
Okay, very cool stuff. Let's go and listen to the first track, Hafnium.
saw a vision that a child couldn't see. And all that was real and great passed along, much overlooked, still written in song. And the skies open wide and the seas all collide. We are one. The opposites of time. All is one, all is mine, all is none. Tragedy has made me see that you always wrong when they are kept young. You live inside of me, can I become the man you'd have me be? Now we are one. Like light you gave to me, I will not run. And you and I will be what I become.
All right, coming back from Hafnia, Mike, what is the inspiration or story behind that track?
The death of my father.
Wow. All right.
Very, 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 very bluntly, yeah. But there's more to this world than the physical. And during the death of my father, I had some, strange experiences, and I decided to write about, some of the other dimensions that are shunned by. My gosh, we could dig real deep into what our educations are limited to and by at university level, and continue on. And I'll make a brave statement and say that things beyond those materialistic things are well studied in classified realms. So, but it was just touching on what there really is that we are not delving into at this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of going in and out through the periods of time, depending on how sexy it is to talk about those things in the mass public.
And that's true. That is. It really is.
Let's go listen to the next track, Misery.
You've been replaced. Take your bands and your shit parade. Not so strange. cuddle up to your agony while I sing of victory. Take your banners and your ship parade, not to trade into the sea. Hold your trays of loaded iron grenades, although your man needs me, yeah. You're miserable. Take your banners and your ship parade, you're miserable. Not to trade into the sea, yeah. You're miserable. Hold your trays of loaded iron grenades, you're miserable. Although your man needs me, you're misery. You're misery. You're misery.
Okay, coming back from Misery, same question, Mike. What is the inspiration or story behind Misery?
An agonizing relationship with someone who won't let go.
All right.
Yeah, and no matter what, they just won't close that door. They won't go away. They won't go away, and they just keep appealing with things. You just don't want that appeal. You're just like, it is not an appeal. Go. So that's what that's about. That's aggressively slamming that door and going, go away.
All right. Yeah, the old adage, if you ignore them, they'll go away, which doesn't seem to work, I notice sometimes.
It stews the fire and rakes the coals. Yeah, it's like throwing gasoline. What do you mean you're going to ignore me? That's not the result I wanted. I'm furious.
Oh, yeah. Like that movie from back in the day, I think it was called Heat, maybe it was, or something like that, and I Will Not Be Ignored, the woman who said that.
That's the worst. Yeah.
Oh, boy. What exciting news does Slick Helvetica have coming up for Rock Metal Nation to pay attention to?
We started as Destroyer, and really it was a little bit thrashier and a little bit immature compared to what we do today, I would say. And we actually had a re-release by Heaven and Hell Records of the original Destroyer record from 1988 with an additional 5 songs. So that's hitting. That's available to buy. We have some live dates that are local. We're a support act for John 5 from Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson coming up in April 10th here in one of our hometowns. So that's awesome. We'd like people to come out and see that. You know, check out our website. And I think one of the biggest things there's so many good hard rock bands that are unsigned and they're just hiding under rocks because no one knows about them. Go out and discover this music.
Yeah. All right, so Mike, so as I recall this, we have a re-release of the Destroyer record from 1988 with an additional 5 songs.
Yep.
Rock Metal Nation, if you, for whatever reason, have not heard Slick Helvetica until today, then definitely go ahead and check out the re-released Destroyer record from 1988 with an additional 5 songs. What is the website that Rock Metal Nation should go to?
It's www, I guess I don't need to say that anymore, but it's slickhelvetica.rocks.
Slickhelvetica.rocks. All right, so Rock Metal Nation, go ahead and head over to slickhelvetica.rocks. You can also go to the rockmetalpodcast.ca. You can get all of the information, all the links from the show that you just heard today. Now, Mike, unless there's anything else you wanted to throw out there, just wanted to thank you for coming on and sharing your creativity with Rock Metal Nation.
No, thank you, John. That's awesome that you're doing this, and I thank you very much for the opportunity.
All right, Rock Metal Nation. Hopefully you just found your new favorite band in Slick Helvetica. Big thanks again for them coming on and sharing their music with us. Make sure to head over to www.therockmetalpodcast.ca to get all the information on the show you just heard today. And until then, rock on, Rock Metal Nation.